Hello Virgo, this is Victoria from Mindful Bamboo and I'm here with your April Tarot forecast. As always, we'll be looking at your love space, your career, and your love relationship, or however you have your mind on, then your career and workspace, and then we'll get you some guidance from the universe on how to best utilize the energies of the months. We'll start with an oracle deck and pull your card with what's in focus, what's important to keep in mind, and at the end we'll pull some cards from a person of interest to yourself. Let's get started. Hope you guys are doing great. As I continue my travels around Hawaii, I am running a little bit behind with the readings for the months, but I'm catching up now. And yes, if you hear the roosters, you're not crazy. That's exactly what's happening outside. Not because I'm in a village, I'm in town, but in Hawaii, roosters just, they are flying, well, not flying as much, they're running free. Roosters, hens, chicks, you know, the whole package. But as always, you know, roosters are more in your eye, like, or in your ear. Generally, you hear them more and you see more of them. I'm not necessarily sure that there are more of them, but maybe, who knows. My theory is that the hens are just not as much out and about because they're taking care of the eggs and the chicks. Okay, so for you, the card is keeping it in check, number 8. With the cute otter. Pay attention to what is going on around you. You might be moving into something too quickly or missing some important details. Virgo, you are usually very good with details, but maybe this is just too exciting. So you're like jumping into it straight, you know, taking the plunge. Like, yeah, whatever. I'm not gonna read the fine print. Well, you should. Stick to your gut, basically gut feel, but also remember that, you know, it serves you well to do that, to pay attention to details, to take your time, you know, when you're making important decisions. Okay, let's get into tarot now. I've got my Dreamway Tarot. By the way, remember that this is a general reading, so take only what resonates for you. It could be a certain part of the reading or a certain specific message. If you like what I'm doing, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, share it with other people. If this message didn't resonate for you, check the readings for other placements: Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Usually people just check the Sun sign. I used to be one of those people, but give it a try. See what comes out for your other placements. And if you're thinking, how do I figure out that? What is my rising sign or ascendant? You know, what is my Venus? There is a way to find out, and there's actually a link in the description box to the website where you can do that. You are supposed to enter your date and time of birth, and then you will get the answer to those questions, what your other placements are. So, 8 of Cups. This is the relationship space. The Emperor. 2 of Wands. Sometimes it comes down to the energy of a person, actually. Sorry about that. Then for your career space, we have the Strengths, Ace of Swords, 7 of Wands. For the advice, we have Queen of Wands, 7 of Pentacles, the Fool. Bottom of the deck, the Empress, the Taurus and Libra energy. Also, you have some Leo, Gemini, Aries vibe here, so you could be dealing with one of those. But yeah, what I'm getting in this first part of the reading is, which is usually about the relationships, but this one is kind of like relationship with yourself. That's what I call it. Sometimes it falls out like that. So yeah, so I see you as this Emperor figure, and we are still in the Aries season, so it kind of makes sense because the Emperor corresponds to the Aries energy. This is the space where you're figuring out, what do I want, what do I value, what do I go for, like, right, at least what is the next thing that's important to me. For some of you, it's like choosing between certain priorities in life, right? Like, I'm needed here and there, but I won't be able to do both, or it's not gonna be really good in either of those areas, right? So what do I prioritize? What do I do first? Or where do I put most of my energy, right? Those kind of questions, and they're deep questions. They're not easy ones. They're more connected with people that are involved, the energy that is involved, and what it feels like versus what it looks like on paper. And that's where the dilemma is, because the choice that looks well on paper is pretty obvious, but doesn't feel good, right? And you are finding that somehow you're drawn towards the other choice based on how you feel, right? And it's like, do I trust that? Do I not trust that? Yes. And that's part of the thing that you're learning here, is to trust your senses, to trust your intuition, rather than just stick with like, okay, this looks good, or this checks out, you know, the boxes, I'm gonna go with it. No, this is you, like, this current scenario is giving you a chance, or, you know, in the month of April, you're getting a chance to stop doing that, stop approaching your decisions in that way, and start being more intuitively guided towards what is right. For your career space, yeah, definitely a lot of energy of like standing up for yourself and for your opinion, and the harsh truth, right? Like the harsh reality. For some of you, I'm getting immediately that you may need to face the reality that though the job you know, seemed great at first, now it's outrun its course and you're supposed to leave it and move on with your life, do something else. That's the harsh reality. For others, it's just that, you know, this is the harsh reality that other people at work don't want to hear, right? And you ended up being the one telling them. Yeah, nobody likes that, but it's important to stick to that story, to kind of follow it through, right? I'm getting that there's a lot of impact, positive impact, that you will be creating if you carry it through, if you show the strength, if you stick to the truth, to how you really feel, right? This will serve many people well. But if you don't, it may have the opposite effect. So the choice is yours. The opposite meaning that more people will get discouraged than they already are, you know, about what they believe in, about being able to fulfill their dream and the workspace. You know, it depends a little bit, based like a lot, you know, what your career is, what your situation is. This is a collective reading, but that's the general gist of it, right? And then of course we've got the advice. This is Queen of Wands, Seven of Pentacles, and the Fool. Yeah, so this is kind of like seeing the bigger picture and building your strategy, but also leaving space for like chance, or something that will come in suddenly and will kind of reshuffle the deck, will change the circumstances. So what I'm getting is, it's important to be flexible, and it's important to see the bigger picture when that reshuffle when the reshuffle happens. And also remember that it's part of that divinely guided journey. It's most likely, if it happened that way, it was needed somewhere, somehow, even if it doesn't look like that right away. Okay, let's get some messages for Virgo from their person of interest. Ooh. Alrighty. I sometimes wonder if you care. I still don't have all the answers. And I can't even look at you right now. Yeah, so your person is kind of confused on what's happening between you two, what's happening with you maybe right now, right? And I guess it makes sense with all that internal dilemma that's going on in your mind, Aries. But yeah, it's just so you know, Aries. Maybe you're, well, I said Aries because I was looking at the Emperor. Virgo, but with, you know, Aries energy impacting you right now. So yeah, Virgo, just so that you know, there is certain confusion and anxiety on your person's part because they don't really understand what's happening and why you're at the distance from them, right? If it has to do with them, they did something wrong, they don't really have the answers. Okay, yeah, I mean, if you don't feel like sharing the details of your dilemma, you don't have to. But it's still important. If this relationship is important to you, it's important to at least mention it, at least to somehow explain, you know, that there's a lot going on in your life right now and you're figuring out things so that they don't feel like it has to do with them. Or even if it has to do with them, you may not want to speak too soon, right? You may still want to, you know, do your homework first. Let's put it that way. Okay, I hope this has been good for you guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm gonna end it here, and I'll be posting the rest of the readings very, very soon.